Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Adena Springs, BC2A Paste, Bevins Motor Company, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Rumfield Hay and Grain, Claiborne Farm, GLC 5500, Gainesway, Horse Sense, IRT, Keeneland, Kinetic, Lane's End, Malone's, OCD Pellets, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Sally Horse Fans, and Thoroughbred Times.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring Grade 1 stakes action from Saratoga, Del Mar, and Monmouth Park, including the record 6th winner of the Haskell Invitational for Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert. We begin with fillies and mares at Monmouth Park in the Grade 2 Molly Pitcher Stakes. Our Gypsy Gold, the 2-1 favorite, Larry Comas picks up the call.
Around the far turn, Brushed by a Star is still the leader. Absent Minded comes at her once again on the outside. Nefertiti is next. A rail opening for Derwin Star, who's in contention. Our Gypsy Gold is next. 3/4 in 1:12 and 2. They're into the stretch, and it's still Brushed by a Star coming to the 8th pole in front. Derwin Star, our Gypsy Gold is on the inside. Then Successful Song. It is Brushed by a Star at the 16th pole. Our Gypsy Gold's not going to get her. Neither is Successful Song. Brushed by a Star has won the Molly Pitcher.
9-1 Brushed by a Star by Claiborne Farm Stag in Eddington. The front running winner by a length and a half over 19-1 Successful Song. Corey Nakatani aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 144 flat. The third consecutive victory for Brushed by a Star, who is coming off an 11-length score in the Iowa Distaff Stakes at Prairie Meadows. The 4-year-old filly was bred in Kentucky by Desmond Ryan, Barry and Ken Donworth, and was a $10,000 Keeneland September yearling. Trained by Grant Forster, Brushed by a Star has earned $304,000 for Team Forster. To Del Mar for the Grade 3 Cougar, the second handicap. Richard's Kid, the 2-5 favorite. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
Into the turn they go, and now Dynamic Host comes to turn the pressure on yet again. Worth Repeating goes with him. Fly Lexus Fly cannot go on with it. Balladry is next. Let's see, Richard's Kid, full a run, but he needs somewhere to run. Richard's Kid, second last, has nowhere to go, looking for pull out now and come with a run. At the top of the lane in the Cougar, and it is still Worth Repeating. Now Richard's Kid stretches his legs on the outside, and here comes Richard's Kid down the center of the track now, and he's absolutely breezing. On the inside, Worth Repeating ran a big one, but Richard's Kid class is sticking out a mile. Richard's Kid and Rafael Bejarano, easy winners of the Cougar the second.
Odds-on favorite Richard's Kid by Lane's End Stallion Lemon Drop Kid runs by long shot Worth Repeating to take it by a length and a half. The winner under high weight of 123 pounds and Rafael Bejarano in track record 229-1. A 3-time Grade 1 stakes winner for Bob Baffert, Richard's Kid has won 2 of 3 for the Hall of Fame trainer since returning from a winless year-long sojourn to Dubai. Baffert now pointing the Maryland-bred 7-year-old to the Grade 1 Pacific Classic, which he won for Arnold Zetcher in 2009 and for current owner Sabile Racing International Corporation in 2010. Richard's Kid has earned $1,986,000. Richard's Kid paid $280 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. Next from Del Mar, the Grade 2 San Diego Handicap. John Scott, the 3-1 favorite. Again, here's Trevor Denman.
They head to the half-mile pole, and John Scott along the inside. Rail Trip right up alongside. Prayer for Relief on the far side. Down at the rail we have Tres Barachos, and they've been followed by Kettle Corn, a close-up 5th. On the far side comes Mobilized at the back of the leading group, and then there's a gap of 2.5 back to Take Control. So they run past the 3/8 pole. Now they're going to turn it into a sprint for home. Rail Trip on the far side, and John Scott at the rail, stride for stride. Prayer for Relief is hooked 3 wide. Kettle Corn is next. On the outside, Mobilize making his run, and Take Control winds up extreme outside. Homeward bound in the San Diego, wide open. Rail Trip takes the lead. Rail Trip along the inside, John Scott chasing. Mobilized running a big one third. Kettle Corn trying to get involved late, but it is Rail Trip battling them all off, and Rail Trip is all hot. Rail Trip and Jose Valdivia have won the San Diego.
Rail Trip outfinishes John Scott to defeat the favorite by half a length. Jose Valdivia up in 1:43 flat. This victory earns Rail Trip an automatic berth in the Breeders' Cup Mile. A graded stakes winner at 4 and 5 in Southern California for trainer Ron Ellis, Rail Trip was sent east to Rick Dutrow to try his talents on dirt. But after going winless in just over a year in New York, the veteran runner was returned to Ellis's barn. The 7-year-old gelding by Jumpstart was bred in Kentucky by Denara Thoroughbreds and was a $200,000 yearling. Rail Trip has earned nearly $1,254,000 for JMS Stable. Del Mar Stakes action is presented by IRT, flying your horse with care for over 40 years. Sprinters at Del Mar in the Grade 1 Bing Crosby Stakes. The factor of the even money favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
A half mile to go and Comet to the top on the inside. The factor is right there second. They've cleared off now to lead by 3.5 to Amazombi. Then there's a gap at 2.5 lengths back to Don Tito. Outside of him is Capital Account. They approach the quarter pole in the Bing Crosby, and it's Comet to the top in front and neck. The factor breezed down his neck in second. 3.5 back comes Amazombi. Behind that comes Capital Account and Don Tito. Homeward bound, and now the factor in the blue cap comes looking for the lead, but here comes Amazombi. Amazombi grandstand side. Comet to the top's running a huge one at the rail. Capital Account late. Amazombi strikes the front. Amazombi a powerhouse again. Amazombi and Mike Smith have won the Bing Crosby.
9 to 5 second choice Amazombi outfinishes the factor to win by a length and a quarter. Mike Smith aboard in 1:08 and 3. The Eclipse Award winner as champion sprinter of 2011, Amazombi gets his second graded stakes victory of this season. The 6-year-old California-bred horse by Northern Afleet was coming off a runner-up finish to Shackelford in the Grade 2 Churchill Downs Stakes. Amazombi has banked $1,905,000 for Thomas Sanford and trainer Bill Spar. More racing coming up, but first here's the upcoming schedule in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Challenge Series. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Diana Stakes coming up in this segment. We begin with turf horses at Monmouth Park and the Grade 3 Oceanport Stakes. Queen's Plate Kitten, the 6-5 favorite. Larry Comas picks up the call.
They continue through a 50 flat half mile. Get Serious, 3/4 of a length in front. It's been a slow pace so far. Pablo Fragoso and Get Serious a half length on top, and now he's going to ask him to go. And Tune Me In clings to him on the far turn. Tune Me In runs up right alongside of Get Serious now. Queen's Plate Kitten contends for the third spot on the inside, and right alongside comes Admiral Perry. They're into the stretch. Get Serious and Tune Me In still together. Up the fence, Queen's Plate Kitten. Admiral Perry on the outside. Tune Me In's looking for a big upset. Get Serious coming up the fence. Queen's Plate Kitten, but it's Tune Me In, and he's 25 to 1 in the Oceanport.
Long shot Tune Me In holds off favored Queen's Plate Kitten by half a length. Paco Lopez, the winning jockey, in 1:43 and 1. The first stakes victory for Tune Me In, who has collected all 4 career wins over the Monmouth Park turf course. The 5-year-old gelding by Concord's Tune was bred in Florida by Joseph and Helen Barbizon. Trained by Bruce Alexander, Tune Me In has earned nearly $290,000 for Patricia Generosio. Turf fillies and mares at Monmouth Park in the Grade 3 tailor-made Matchmaker Stakes. European Import Laughing, the 6-5 favorite. Once again, here's Larry Comas.
They continue the run up the backstretch, and they're still led by Laughing. 3/4 of a length over Silver Screamer in second. And then it's Unbridled Humor. Island Time to the outside. Island School is next. And still the trailer Shimmering Moment, but she's closer. She's only 4.5 lengths off the lead. Laughing leads the way through 3/4 in 1:12 and 4. And Silver Screamer confronts her once again. Unbridled Humor swings up in behind them. Island Time and Island School, and then Shimmering Moment. Laughing the leader coming to mid-stretch. Holding on to the lead from Silver Screamer. Shimmering Moment's down on the inside. Laughing in front. Shimmering Moment on the rail runs after her. Laughing has the lead down to the wire, and Laughing has won the tailor-made Matchmaker.
Favored Laughing, the front-running winner by a length over Shimmering Moment. The first of two graded stakes victories on the card for Rafael Bejarano. Time of the race, 1:48.4. A listed stakes winner in Ireland last summer, Laughing has won 2 of 4 U.S. starts for trainer Alan Goldberg. The Irish-bred 4-year-old filly by Dan Seeley had not been postured since finishing third in the Grade 3 Gallaudet Handicap in May. Imported by Richard Santulli, Laughing has earned $210,000. To Saratoga for the Grade 1 Diana Stakes. Winter Memories, the 8-5 favorite. Tom Durkin has the call.
Tappets Fly on top. And Law of the Range is prompting from the outside, now second through a solid half mile there in 47 2/5 seconds. Defending champion here in the Diana Zagora. Third on the inside of Winter Memories. Half mile to go. Hungry Island at the back of the pack along with Dream Peace. Tappets Fly still on top. Rajiv Mirage asking Law of the Range for more run, but no real response from Law of the Range. Zagora's cruising just in behind Tappets Fly, and Winter Memories now is kicking in on the far outside. Down toward the rail, Dream Peace, and she's got a lot of run left. And Hungry Island as the field comes to the top of the stretch. Tappets Fly, Winter Memory swings into action on the outside. Dream Peace down toward the rail. Zagora's struggling. Oh, look at Winter Memories kick away. But Dream Peace is going to try to tackle her in the final furlong. Winter Memories, a 2.5 length lead, followed by Dream Peace coming down to the line. And Tappets Fly under the finish. It is Winter Memories. Victorious again.
Winter Memories wins at the Spa for the third consecutive year, cruising down the stretch to defeat Dream Peace by 1.5 lengths. Javier Castellano aboard in 1:48.2. Winter Memories is 3 for 4 over the Saratoga turf, including the Grade 2 Lake George Stakes last summer. And this marks the second year in a row that she's won a graded stakes at Saratoga that her dam, Millionaire Memories of Silver, also won. The James Toner trainee was coming off a runner-up finish to Tappets Fly in the Grade 1 Just a Game Stakes. The 4-year-old filly by El Prado was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Phillips Racing Partnership. Winter Memories has won 7 graded stakes and has banked $1,268,000. The Lanes and Stallion of the week is Lemon Drop Kid, who had an outstanding weekend with 3-time Grade 1 winner Richards Kid setting a track record in the graded Cougar the Second Handicap. And the emergence of maiden winners Brainwash at Monmouth, Incredible Journey at Arlington, and Drama at Ellis. While Lemon Splendor took an allowance at Saratoga, and Customer Base did the same at Del Mar. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 2 Jim Dandy Stakes coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with turf fillies at Saratoga in the Grade 2 Lake George Stakes. Stephanie's Kitten, the 2-1 favorite. Tom Durkin has the call.
Up top. Long shot elusive rumor continues to lead the way with a half strong 47 flat. Better Lucky continues that sustained rally now. And Samatar comes on through and Medellina too. And now the field turns for home. Medellina, the leader at the top of the stretch. Samatar there on the outside. Center court, Stephanie's Kitten down on the fence. Dancing Solo on the outside. And Better Lucky wide open here as they come down to the finish. Stephanie's Kitten is all bottled up. And it's Medellina with a short lead. Center court is driving hard. Samatar too. And on the outside, Better Lucky. A wild finish that goes to center court.
Center Court by Lanes and Stallion Smart Strike takes the blanket finish by a neck over Better Lucky. Julianne Leparoux aboard in 1:41.3. A maiden winner over the Churchill Downs course in May, Center Court was coming off a victory in the Grade 3 Regret Stakes under the Twin Spires. The filly was bred in Kentucky by G. Watts Humphrey and the Louise Ireland Humphrey Revocable Trust. Trained by Rusty Arnold, Center Court has earned $239,000 racing for Humphrey. Julianne Leparoux with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. 3-year-old sprinters at Saratoga in the Grade 2 Amsterdam Stakes. Currency Swap, the 9-5 favorite. Once again, here's Tom Durkin.
Warp speed here for Dr. Chit, rounding the far turn. Currency Swap right up on that hot pace. And Lori's Rocket runs in third, and Bridal's Note is now fourth. Fort Loudon, all-out drive, still 6 lengths from the leader. Dr. Chit, then Politically Correct, still well behind Gunpote. Coming to the top of the stretch. Dazzling 44-second flat half mile. The field turning for home. Dr. Chit and Currency Swap right at his throat latch now with 3/16 to go. Lori's Rocket is third. Fort Loudon on the far outside. Unbridled's Note down toward the rail. Dr. Chit is game. And here comes Currency Swap with one final try. Unbridled's Note is third. Currency Swap charges to the lead. Currency Swap in front coming down to the line. Currency Swap here at the Spa. He does it. 1 by 2.
Favored Currency Swap gets his latest victory at Saratoga, officially by a length and 3/4 over pace setter Dr. Chit. Rashid Mirage aboard the OBS Cells graduate in 1:15.1. The Terry Pompey trainee is 3 for 3 at the Spa, where he broke his maiden first asking last summer and followed with a victory in the Grade 1 Hopeful Stakes. The colt by High Cotton was bred in Florida by Stonecliff Farm and originally sold for $42,000 at the OBS October sale. A $70,000 yearling, Currency Swap has earned $448,000 for Clarovich Stables and William Lawrence. Saratoga Stakes action is presented by Brumfield Hay and Grain, serving the horse industry since 1938. Next, the Grade 2 Jim Dandy Stakes. Alpha, the 9-5 favorite. Again, here's Tom Durkin.
Up the backstretch. Alpha's half mile, 49 1/5 seconds. The pace is soft. The leader is Alpha, teeth of the dog, right in his hip pocket. Neck and Neck runs in third. Perspective asks for a bit more. He's fourth with a half mile to go. Then Fast Falcon, who's lost some ground while racing in fifth. Liaison starting to gear up on the outside. He's sixth. Adigan at the back of the pack with My Adonis. Around the far turn. Alpha on top, 3/4 in 14 flat. Alpha is the leader. Teeth of the Dog is pressing harder, while second, Neck and Neck is there, third on the outside. And then Perspective as the field comes off the turn and into the stretch. Alpha holding on to that lead as they come down to the last furlong. And Neck is to the attack as they hit the 8th pole. Alpha grimly holding on. Neck and Neck coming at him relentlessly here. But it is still Alpha and turns back the challenge of Neck and Neck to win the Jim Dandy in wire-to-wire fashion.
Favored Alpha takes the field gate to wire to defeat Neck and Neck by 2 lengths. Ramon Dominguez up in 1:50.2. A 2-time stakes winner at Aqueduct to open the season, and a close second to Gemologist in the Grade 1 Wood Memorial. Alpha was making his first start off a 12th place finish in the Kentucky Derby. The colt by Bernardini was bred in Kentucky by Darley. Trained by Kieran McLaughlin, Alpha has earned $860,000 for Godolphin Racing. Coming up, a record Haskell winner for Bob Baffert. Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the 45th running of the Grade 1 Haskell Invitational for 3-year-olds from Monmouth Park. Painter, the even money favorite. Here's the call by Larry Colbus.
They're off in the Haskell. And Gemologist goes right to the front, and Painter got in some traffic early on. Painter is second early. It's Gemologist. Painter a little bit headstrong is going to have to go to the outside of him. And Handsome Mike is right there running in third. Nonios is fourth. Dullahan and Steel Case is well behind. So Painter did not have the best of breaks, and that leaves Gemologist in front of him and on the inside of him as they move into the first turn. That first quarter was 23 4/5 seconds. Gemologist by a length and a half, with Painter second on the outside and Nonios riding the rail in third. Handsome Mike is in fourth. He's 3 lengths off the lead. Dullahan's not far behind today. He's going to go up on the far outside. He's only 3 lengths behind, and he's moving up early. Steel Case is the trailer, well off the lead as they head up the backstretch through a half mile in an easy 48 seconds flat. It is Gemologist in front. Painter on the outside is running in second. Nonios is third, and he's done on the rail. Dullahan and HANDICAP right together at the half-mile pole. They're just 2.5 lengths off the lead. Steel Case is the trailer. And now Gemologist is ridden for more by Javier Castellano. And Painter draws even with him. They are nose to nose. The whip is out on Gemologist, and Painter has taken the lead. Painter is in front. He is getting away. Nonios swings up outside of Gemologist. The others are far behind. Handsome Mike is next. Steel Case starts to run on, and they're into the stretch. And Painter is the leader. Nonios in with an upset chance in second, but Painter has a 2-length lead in mid-stretch. Nonios, Steel Case takes third. It's Painter with a powerhouse performance, and Bob Baffert has won the Haskell again.
Painter by Adena Springs Stallion Awesome Again draws off to defeat Nonios by 3 3/4 lengths. Longshot Steel Case third for a sweep by Keeneland Sales graduates. Rafael Bejarano up in 1:48 4, a 1:10 brisk speed rating. Second, beaten only a neck by Union Rags in the Belmont Stakes. Painter is Bob Baffert's third consecutive winner of the Haskell and his record 6th winner overall. The colt was bred in Kentucky by Diamond A Racing Corporation. Painter has earned $952,000 for Zayat Stables, LLC. The colt was consigned by TaylorMade Sales Agency to the opening session of the 2010 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Zayat Stables for $325,000. Grade 1 Haskell Invitational winner Painter, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. We'll see you next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson has been presented by Adena Springs, BC2A Paste, Bevins Motor Company, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Brumfield Hay and Grain, Claiborne Farm, GLC 5500, Gainesway, Horse Sense, IRT, Keeneland, Kinetic, Lane's End, Malone's, OCD Pellets, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Sally Horse Vans, and Thoroughbred Times. Online at tbredweek.com.